I guess.
Do skeletons wear socks? Yes. We've answered it.
Yes. You're saying
You
yes,
seem
are
to
you?
think
Okay.
skeletons don't wear socks.
I'm just thinking of like, okay, normally a normal sock made for humans they can't wear.
I
Have we
feel
at least
like
established that?
no, because there's socks with tight enough holes that they could kind of clamp around the very, very
Sure,
front
I'm gonna
of.
need evidence.
Right, it's an opinion of mine that these
Yeah,
socks exist. You can get very, like kind of like tights material. Like I have quite tight socks.
yeah, but I would like to see like actual product you could buy that I would like. Yeah, that could definitely fit a skeleton.
Right. Well, you know what couldn't fit a skeleton? Fling to finish. It's Tangerine. Um, so this is gonna
Good
be
tangerine.
all the multiplayer games I played in the Steam Demo Festival. And first up, we have a game I think that I probably spent the most time playing with my friends. It is Fling to the Finish. Fling to the Finish is a co-op racing game where teammates are tethered together by a stretchy elastic rope. Get up and close and personal with your partner as you share control to maneuver two characters bouncing, rolling, and flinging their way to the finish line. If you've seen our spotlight on Fogs, you may be like, "Hey, this looks a little bit familiar," but
Yeah,
it's a bit different. Whereas in Fogs, you are like the in between part the is like the dog, but in this it's a
right.
rope, and the rope can snap. In some cases, you
Oh,
got to be
oh,
like careful with that, and also you can get the rope like caught on stuff and like bounce off of stuff. Um,
oh, it's a whole thing, right?
this is footage of me and my friend Charlie playing. Um, I do have footage of four player, so two teams of two playing. I think we even managed. You can play up to eight players, and we managed to get six players playing. I think at once, so three teams of two. The only annoying thing is you can't. There's no like CPUs. So if you have like
Oh, right.
if you have like an odd number of people, you have to be like okay, you have to sit because I think at one point we had like seven people, and we're like okay, we're gonna have to like
So
rotate
you,
someone out.
so you can't play like I don't know, like two controls on the same. I don't know how to say same character have like two controls controlled by the same person.
You're saying someone try and gimp themselves and use two
Yeah, I mean, it's
controllers to
better
try
than
to
not playing, right?
agree to disagree.
Okay,
So this is
okay.
kind of showing off the mechanics here. So you can like grab onto stuff, which helps you get to the, and then your partner can like fling you up places. This is just the tutorial. There's like three main levels in the demo. There was um this tutorial level. I'll just skip it. Show you. This kind of shows you how to like fling your partner up. There
Oh
was
my
like
god,
a
that death
there was
tunnel.
like a mine level, and you pointed out the no alien sign, which I didn't see
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
and I was like,
At the start.
there's a no alien sign here. I was like, that makes sense because
Oh
oh, here you go.
shit.
So
Oh,
if the laser
loop
beam
break.
touches the rope, then it cuts it and you die and you respawn.
Oh, you die. Right, right,
Yeah,
right. Okay.
you can just play this like single player. So me and my friend Charlie were like, we were trying to get better times racing, but I think Flink the Finish is a lot better when you play it. As a race sort of game where I think you want minimum four people just to play against sort of thing because obviously you can play
Right.
with two, but I would say it's a lot better as a four-player game. So this is me and my
It
friend Luke who'd never played before, and then my friend Charlie is playing with my friend Andrew who'd never played before. So we were kind of like we'd played a bit together, two-player, so we were kind of leading the other noob along to get them to want to
yeah.
play.
I guess it's funnier that way. I guess
Yeah,
like with only
yeah.
two people, it's like just you against the
So
clock.
here, um,
Oh,
when you
okay.
there's a bit of rubber banding in the race, I think. It seems to give um, it seems to like try and slow you down a bit if you get too far up. So it gives the opponent power ups. So for them, they got a
Okay.
power up that made it so that our rope was a spring instead, which made it like a lot more elastic. Um, made it a bit harder. There's
So that's
some
harder to use, is it?
yeah, there's some quite annoying ones like it puts like a weight on your rope. Um,
Okay. Right, right.
there's one where it just shoots down a bunch of arrows at you. You can turn your rope into a laser, and then you can like purposely run into their rope and cut it, and it'll kill them and force them to respawn.
Okay. So there's strategy to that then. There's not like just
Yeah,
oh god.
yeah. But I did feel like it would be if you were playing with like someone who hadn't played a lot and you'd played a lot without the rubber banding in the game. I feel like you could just get really far ahead
Okay.
of your friends, and I think it's more of a fun sort of party game. So I think it's good that the rubber banding's in there. It reminds me of like see here like we're ahead, so we got like the weight on our rope, which makes it really hard to get up this.
That is quite difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I quite like. That's a good. I think that's a good way of like. I realize like it's kind of annoying because it's like it's not positive power ups. It's like negative power ups. I guess.
You can get
Um.
some. There is some positive ones, like the laser's
Okay.
positive. Um, that you
No,
can
that's
get,
true. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there's also balloons you can get, which will help you like fly. Oh, here's the plungers I was talking about, where if you're too far out, it's like, nah, plungers, we need to slow you down, and then they
Yeah.
stick
I
to you as
quite.
well.
It's creative rubber banding. I'll give them that.
It reminds me of like the rubber banding in Mario Kart, where
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you fall further behind, you get better power ups. So if you're in like 12th place, you're way more likely to get like a bullet bill, for example,
Yeah.
or
Aren't
stuff
there
like that.
like meta builds or I say but meta plays in like Mario Kart where like you try and stay at like a certain place to get bullet bill.
I think you almost always don't want to be in first until near the end. I think
Right.
that's
Right.
correct. Did we get the power up there? No, they got the laser beam, so we got to dodge them. I think we still make it.
You're gonna win.
Win the
Bumblebee.
race.
Wait, what are you?
There
A
it is.
snail?
Oh, I think I'm the Bumblebee, I think.
Okay, Bumblebee and snail. DNF.
This is the second level. Cool shout out. I love this part where
Oh my god. Oh
that
my
was such
god.
a good save. Where you have to like balance yourself on the
Yeah.
log. That's really cool.
Like you didn't look like a snake does climbing up a pole or something.
Thing
Okay. Okay. I'm
I
liking
found
this.
that the people I preferred playing with were much better at like improv. So if suddenly
Yes.
like I started going one direction, they would start going the other direction to like balance it out. Like people, I found that I really enjoyed playing with my friends that were very good at like thinking on the spot. And that's
Right.
something
Right.
that you will find out who can and can't do that with this game.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I was like, you must be a very good dancer because you're very good at like just, you know, moving on the spot sort of thing.
It says that is that the dancing? I've never
I think
danced, so
I don't I'm not an expert dancer, but I think dance is a lot about like um just being able to move on the fly or like
right.
improvise sort of thing.
In between like a
People
set
don't know
move or
your
something.
dance is shit if they don't know the dance. So you can just
True.
do whatever they don't know that you've messed up until you let them know you've messed up. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
Fling to the finish.
Agree.
Split side games. There was 3 levels in the demo. This one's pretty cool. I
I like this one.
shout
Yeah.
out to golf people because
This.
there's a couple of
Oh,
these which I
golf.
think because this is more rubber banding. That's actually just built straight into the level. So there'll be gates and you won't be able to get past until you open them. But it means the person in first place, they have to spend time opening the gate while the people behind can catch up, which is another great
Yeah.
catch up
Yeah.
mechanic that this game
That's
has.
pretty cool.
But
Is it
yeah,
weird that this reminds me of the Guild Wars 2 Super Adventure Box a little bit?
yes, that is very weird. I
Okay.
do love you
Just
can
making
just
sure.
get tangled up in each other's ropes. And then there's like when you both get there and you're like, oh fuck, one of us has to score, you're like, we'll wait for you to score, and then they could be like, no, we don't want to score, we're gonna wait for you to score.
Right.
Like
Okay.
mind games sort of thing.
I
The
assume
ending's
someone won
pretty
golf there.
yeah, someone. There's
Right
another
through.
great section like this. Where there's a high section and a low section, so there's like choice in it. There's a casino level as well, which reminds me of Sonical's. I was going to say Sonical. Well, there is a casino level in Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed. I mean, there's a casino level in like every Sonic game, isn't there?
Yeah. True.
But it reminded me of Sonic Heroes
Here.
because it had
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that 3D platforming sort of vibe in a casino level. I'll show it.
Less pinballs or more pinballs?
More pinballs.
Oh, okay.
You'll see what
Oh, we
I'm.
got like we got cards. Nice, nice.
There was a casino
That
level in
yours.
Fogs as well, wasn't there? I
Oh yeah,
remember.
there was at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a bit of a casino level sort of game. But here you
Oh,
see another rubber band mechanic. Whoever gets here first has to pull the slot machine, and then they can progress through the level, which is pretty cool.
and watch
So
out for the
this
plungers.
is the whole demo. So there was just 3 levels you could play, but we did replay them a few times with different pairings and more friends. So we did actually play with up to 6 people at one point, which is pretty cool. And
On
yeah,
the same maps as you were seeing here.
yeah, these exact same
Okay,
maps
right.
because these are the only
Okay,
3 maps in
interesting.
the demo. But I believe they said there's going to be quite a few levels when the full game comes out. I've got the store
Right.
page open. Let me
No, I'm just
check.
saying that it's interesting that these 3 levels were gave you quite a lot of play. I think that's quite impressive.
I think there was like they said there was going to be like 70 or 80 different levels, sort of
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I can't find it on their store page. That would be something.
Yeah, this is reminding me a lot of a Sonic level. Like it has like the
Yeah,
fake city underneath as well.
yeah.
It's very weird. I like it though.
But yeah, this is coming out Q2 2021. And I think this is going to be a game that me and my friends will probably pick up in a sale. It looks very fun. Definitely check
Mm.
this one.
Good party game.
Next up, we have Operation Tango. Actually, I need to open my notes. See if there's anything that I left out. No, I don't think. No, I don't think so for that one. Operation Tango. So this is a co-op espionage game, and the reason I picked this one out is I'm a fan of. Me and my friend Andy are both fans of spy games, stealth games.
Yeah, yeah.
We've always played stuff like Payday. We're big fans of. And there's a meme. I don't know if you type into YouTube. There's a Minecraft video called 369 Andy Hacks. Shout out to that video. And I said, well, I'll be the spy and you be the hacker because you are
Yeah.
369 Andy Hacks.
The
So
369 clan is infamous hackers.
my worry about this game was that the job of the hacker was going to be boring and the job of the espionage agent was going to be the really fun part. But I
Yeah,
played
right.
both sides and I can say I really liked both sides. They did a really good job of making sure both sides felt like fun and interactive to play, which I really
Hmm.
liked.
Yeah, this is the one that I think I watched you play.
Yeah, I
And yeah,
streamed
it
this
did
to you on
look really
Discord.
good. Both sides of it look really, really good.
But there's like it has lots of you feel like you can chew the scenery sort of thing. Like there's lots of stuff that's interactable inside the game where I'm choosing what music I want, but then when you play as the hacker, you can like hack in and you can turn on AR programs to like there's tons of interactability on both sides sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And the idea is you don't look at each other's screens. It's a little bit like don't talk at nobody explodes sort of thing. I don't know if you know that game, but that
Yeah,
game is
is that
where
VR
one
game?
I think it's in non VR and VR, so you
Oh,
can
okay,
play
right, right,
either.
right.
Um,
Oh,
there's a jump scare,
okay.
a topical skeleton. He was quite nice.
Yeah, there he is.
But in Don't Talk and Nobody Explodes, one person can see a bomb and one person can see a manual, like an instruction manual um, on how to defuse the bomb. And whenever
Yeah.
I look at that game, I go, man, I think it would be okay if I was defusing the bomb, but if I was a person reading a manual, I would be really
Yeah.
bored. And that's my worry
That's what I think.
with these sort of games. But from what I can tell you of playing this game, it was really fun. But like they did a really smart thing with the hacker where they made it so when you played the hacker, you almost went into like this virtual world and you had to like walk around and there was like a platforming section. Like they took the idea of like hacking and they kind of ran with it in like a Matrix or like even Ghost Runner way. I have played Ghost Runner at the
Yeah.
recording. I've completed Ghost Runner at the recording of this video. So, if you know anything about Ghost Runner, you'll know what I'm talking about. Where you kind of go inside the program. Yeah, there's lots of great interaction. Let's just skip forward ahead a bit. So I like that you can wave at the cameras. That's another chewing scenery thing. Because it said at the top right, I'm in incognito mode right now. So like when you're in the hacker view, you're watching the agent on the cameras. So this is all stuff from the hacker, and then this is like when co-op comes in. You have to get the ball to the end, but one of you controls up and down, and one of you controls left and right. And that's when
Yeah.
we round to like, because then it adds the wind mechanic where you have to like try and do one of you left and right, one of you up and down, and then you have to try and balance that against wind, which can be
The
quite hard.
last, the
The
last
last
two
one was
digits
a
of
lot
this took
harder
so
though.
long.
Yeah. Just skip ahead 2 hours. Go on, frogs. Skip 2 hours. It's a
Uh,
lot harder than it looks. I'd recommend playing this with a friend if you
oh my god. It's nerve-wracking every time.
So I go into the vault, get to see the cool sharks.
Yeah, who puts sharks in a vault? That's what I
An
want to
evil
know.
villain that would.
Right, right.
But basically, my friend was telling me there was secret platforms that he could see in his hacker view for me to press. I then had to go into these consoles and tell him codes to input.
I guess the other thing as well, I know we haven't seen the hacker side yet, but I find it interesting as well. Like if you play if you play the hacker side first, then the agent side, you still kind of get confused. Like you still need like guidance. I find that quite interesting. That there's like
Yeah,
very weird. It's like abstract separation between the two levels.
yeah.
Which I find quite
There's
interesting.
definitely even if you play as one side, there's replayability as going back in
Yeah,
on the other side, which is pretty
because
cool.
I think you've got recording of when Andy is the agent, right?
Yeah, I've got. I'll show that
Yeah,
almost near the end. But this is
yeah,
the
yeah,
so like there's a platforming section, but from the agent view, you're like building a platform, and then you run out of
yeah,
tiles, and it starts like taking it from the back. But then when we get to this part, um, there is like there's like force fields I can't see, so I need Andy to tell me when to place the tiles, and then
yeah.
so it adds that co-op section to this part. So we'll skip ahead. I think.
But one you know the part with the lasers that we just saw, or just before that, it's like the hidden buttons on the floor in the laser
Yeah.
room. Like I found it when Andy got in there, he didn't know what he was looking for because
I
obviously
think
it didn't look like that in the hacker view.
if you were gonna watch this, you would want to watch it from like having both perspectives up at the same time. Like if someone was streaming this, like say
Mm.
two streamers were streaming this,
Yeah,
you would want
put both
like
streams up.
put one up on each screen, or if you made a video like we did with our We Were Here video, where I switched
Yes.
between our views in the editing, that was quite good. But basically, you find the vault with a secret coronavirus sample in it, and then you steal it,
Yes.
and you grab it, and then the demo ends. So let's look at that from the hacker side. So you input a game code. Kind of starts exactly the same sort of thing. But then this is the hacker view. So this is completely different. So you have like this menu. I'm watching the CCTV camera. I need to start the elevator. Of course, I said like you're gonna play different AR themes.
Yeah. Christmas, of course.
And I think it's really funny that I immediately called security. I stopped the elevator, called security on Andy, which then proceeds to fail the mission. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. I'm so glad they put in that feature where you can just completely fuck the mission by calling security on your. And I was like, well, if the button's there, I'm gonna click it. I want to see what
Yeah,
happens.
you gotta try it out.
Yeah.
Well, that has the ETA. I didn't notice that when I was watching, but it's kind of funny that you need an ETA on the elevator.
Mm. Yeah, I think it definitely was like fun from both sides. So like I'll
Mm-hmm.
skip ahead a bit. Oh, okay. You could even like display custom messages on the wall, which I didn't realize when I was playing the agent. So I was just like, "Hi Andy, I know you're in there. I'm calling security." So that's what I was writing on there.
Yeah, it is good to have all of the different
So here's the game again,
fun ways
basically.
to interact.
Side. And then here I was saying like so Andy, when he was showing me where these things were, he could see exactly where they were, but I couldn't, so that's when I needed him to talk to me.
Yeah.
And then when I was relaying those codes, I was actually relaying like directions on a compass, and I had to do them on color as well.
Yeah, and we didn't realize that. Well, you didn't realize that when you were playing as the agent, like it's not compasses at all.
Yeah.
It's just like numbers. Like oh, and you don't know which one's which. Okay,
Mm.
which I find quite interesting.
So the different colored numbers I was telling Annie was quite important because that's the color of
Yeah,
the like compass needle that you and then here we can see the 3D platforming section from the hacker side. Um
We're
which
in
is
the
pretty
Matrix,
cool.
basically.
I love platformers, so seeing this, like playing through this as the hacker was really cool. And then you'll get to see like how these force field things were working. But then again, I think it was a lot easier the second time because we had somebody, we had Andy. He knew where the force fields were because he played through it again. So obviously, it is a bit easier when you have previous knowledge of playing the other side. It gives you that appreciation of playing through it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll move on to the last game because that game's awesome. And then move on to the last game, Windjammers 2. So, have you ever heard of Windjammers, Tony?
No, I never heard of it before I watched you play this.
Let's put on the. I'd never heard of Windjammers until
Right.
I saw the demo pop up on the demo festival for Windjammers 2, and I went, "What the hell is Windjammers 1?" Turns out, Windjammers 1 is a sequel to a 1994 game, on I think the Neo Geo that's a console, right?
I don't actually know. I don't recognize that one, but okay.
It's kind of the core premise of the game. I would say it's kind of frisbee tennis.
Yeah.
Is this? Okay, so this is me fighting the easy bot. There's no tutorial for this game basically, and I played like half an hour to an hour just against the easy bot, and I was like, okay, I'll just play against the easy bot to try and figure it out. And I kept getting my ass fucking kicked by the easy bot. This game is deceptively hard.
Yeah, I guess we should mention that there's like the points of the like you get different points depending on where you get it in the net at the back.
Yeah.
Pink and yellow are different. Like yellow's 3,
there's
pink
multiple
is 5.
buttons as well, and there's power-ups. Power-ups they don't tell you how to use. I kind of just had to
throw
figure it out.
You can feign throw it as well, can't you?
Yeah. Kind of like bait out your opponent.
Yeah.
So this game, I think this game desperately needs a tutorial. I managed to struggle through it. Kind of the core premise is it's kind of like frisbee tennis, or like.
Aren't the heroes different as well?
Yeah. So I'm playing. I think it's Hito or something like that. And she's a speed character, whereas this guy is a power character. So he can hit it a lot harder, and he has like a very like power-centered power-up like this one here. Whereas my character is very
agility.
fast. Yeah, and she does like a very quick power move sort of thing.
Right.
Also, I'm playing the music from the 1996, 1994, I can't remember, version of the game, because this is the exact song that plays in the demo. But they have like an updated version of it for like 2021, but I couldn't find it anywhere on YouTube, and I didn't have footage of the music because I didn't record audio because I was playing with my friends. Like on Discord, and then playing with my friend online, so I don't have audio. So you can just like, if you drop the frisbee, it's like volleyball where it just counts as a point. It's not as much points as hitting the back line, like the back net sort of thing.
Yeah.
Windjammers is actually like a low-key esport. I looked this up. Apparently, there's like proper Windjammer tournaments. Like there's like
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's like a what's it? There's like a cult following for Windjammers. Like
I
feel like people have been wanting a sequel to Windjammers for literally like
this looks
30
fun
years.
though, so I can understand that.
I would say at first I kind of hated Windjammers because it was so fucking hard and there's no tutorial. But I kept grinding it. I kept grinding the easy bot, and eventually I defeated the easy. I learnt how to play slowly, and I defeated.
Only took you getting beaten by the easy bot and Charlie twice, right?
I beat Charlie, and then I
eventually,
retired online. I beat Charlie in a best of 3, and then I retired online. Wait, what did that say? I'll tell you the name of the characters that shows the menu. My character is called Himita, and I was playing versus Quessel. They all have like random nationality. I was playing as the Japanese girl. I think there was only 3 characters you could play as in the demo, but Because I saw like there was an English character in like the on like the full game.
Right, okay. There's only like 2 or 3 maps demo as well,
There was
right?
quite a few maps actually. There was like,
okay.
There was like 3 or 4 or something.
Right.
Considering like it was like just a demo sort of thing. It was
So
a pretty good amount of content you got from this demo.
Fights, like, to me, okay, so my description of this would be kind of like fighting, tennis, beach ball,
the best
volleyball,
the best game,
frisbee.
The best game comparison that I've played that I can compare it to is Lethal League. It's very much like one of my one of my favorite PvP games, Lethal League, where Lethal League is like tennis dodgeball sort of. This is like frisbee volleyball sort of.
Yes, I think it's frisbee volleyball.
Oh, would you? I fucking hit back a powered shot. You don't know how long it took me. Like how fucking cool that is. Like until you play Windjammers, you don't understand how fucking hard it is. Like some of the moves I'm pulling off, and I'm not even that good. I only beat the easy bot. There was a medium bot. There was a fucking
hard bot.
I think so. My joke the whole time I was playing was that the easy bot is the final boss of Windjammers. But I'm sure there's like, oh, you can get timed out as well. That was something that was my first experience of a timeout. If you look at the top, there's only 90 seconds on the round. And I didn't know that until like, because of course I had to figure that out after playing against the easy bot for like an hour, because there's no tutorial other than, like literally the tutorial is it shows you some of how the moves work on like a screen that you can't interact with for a couple of minutes. That's it.
Right.
That's the tutorial for the game.
It's not.
But
no. It has the same problem that most fighting games have, where the tutorial either doesn't exist or is really shit.
Yeah, that's another great comparison. It's a lot like a fighter game. There is a lot of like different moves and combos, and the thing I hated this game at first, but I kind of love this game now. I think there's so much skill expression in this game.
I love how it looks as well.
There's so many mind games. There's so much like every single game feels different. Like when you play against players, because there's so much like as I said, mind games, but there's also so much like different ways you can play each round, and it just feels great. Like you can hit up the ball in the air, and that allows me to do my power move there. You can deflect the ball, which will hit it back very fast. You can just grab the frisbee and then hold it and then throw it around. You control where the frisbee goes, like in a game of Pong, where you may want it to go up and down. You may just want to shoot it straight on. It's all about forcing your opponent to move while you want to move as little as possible, so you can have as much space as you want for to like counteract moves. Like you want to pull your opponent towards the net while also not being too close to the net yourself.
It's basically tennis at that point.
Yeah, it's a lot like one of my favorite sports of all time, tennis. I mean, I love that game.
I'm a bit of a Wii tennis guy. I'm not sure if that's like normal tennis.
I wasn't sure if this because he was a power user or not, but it seems like if he hits you with the frisbee, it actually stunned me for a bit. I'm sure you can probably do that on like agile characters, but it seemed like
he always did it.
He was very good, and there it is. I got it recorded on video. Me being the easy bot of Windjammers, the final boss of. I was so happy. I was like, I played this game for like half an hour. I was like, I hate this. I don't want to play this, and I was like, I'm not uninstalling Windjammers until I beat the easy bot. It's the final boss. So
it's kind of cool they managed to get an AI that good though. But that's quite. It's a feat.
It's quite a feat that they didn't include a tutorial in a fucking incredibly hard game. So there was no like private lobbies on the Windjammers. There was like 36 people online. So me and my friend just had to like. You had to just quick match for the demo. So me and my friend just had to stream snipe each other, essentially. Where we're just like, okay, queue up now. And it's like, oh shit, I got someone else. Oh, F4. Okay, quick match. Like, that was the only way we could play online, which is kind of disappointing. That they didn't include a private game so people could play against each other in the demo. But it worked. It was janky, but we got it to work. But yeah, this is what it looks like when I'm not playing against the AI, so you're going to see a lot more fumbling and stuff like that. I'm playing my main as well, Himita. My friend kept saying, why do you keep playing Himita? I don't think she's very good. Why don't you try the other character? And he went, I'm a Himita main. I will beat the easy bot with Himita. I will never play another. I've spent so much time practicing Himita. I will only play Himita. I am a Himita main.
I found it funny that you already like chose like your main character already. I think it's quite funny.
Well,
I was gonna say the other thing I know as well. Like I quite like as a spectator, the audience is hilarious.
The thing is, I'm so like concentrated on the game.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
never
yeah.
looked at the audience. Like,
But I've only ever been a spectator, so I'm like just looking at the spectator and go, "Oh my god, there's some really cool animations in there."
Yeah, it's got that great like, dare I say, anime feel to it. It's got great animations.
It's very anime, yes.
Yeah, it's very Japanese sort of.
Yes.
Old school sort of game.
I like it. It's great.
And I love that it's taken this really cool old gameplay and brought it up to a like a more modern film. I've just realised at the bottom, next to where the power meter, it shows if you're doing a defensive shot or a power shot.
Oh yeah, but I was gonna say this is out of the 3 maps that you played, they all had like, different mechanics on how to score. And this one, it changed how big the area to get 5 points was depending on who had the advantage. I think. Yeah. I forgot about that. So I guess whoever just scores then gets like their big 5-point thing increased in size. I guess that's what's happening. I can't remember what the other one did now.
Wait,
it had something similar, different.
Is it something to do with who's serving? No, it's not.
I think it's whoever gets scores.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And I think the like the fighting arena, like the boxing arena one, had a different mechanic as well. Like, I can't remember what it was now. I'd have to.
Is this footage of Charlie only being okay? So you can rematch your opponent.
Rematch.
I'm trying to figure out if I definitely defeated Charlie like in a best of. I like his best of 3 as well. Actually, that feels.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
You get to play multiple games.
I love this guy though. Like he's just so, like look at his stomach wobbling. It's great.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Isn't it like H-Max?
Is he? He's the Canadian character. I was gonna say, is he the American character? No, he's the Canadian character.
Just look at the. I just really
power user, baby. But yeah, Windjammers is an enigma for me. It's a game that I have no nostalgia for. I didn't even know what the original game was. I came in playing it and started off hating it because it was like a Dark Souls boss of a game at the beginning. But then through just grinding it, just like out of my own sheer anger and hatred that I wanted to defeat the easy bot, I actually found that there was crazy amounts of skill expression. The game was incredibly fast-paced and fun, and I really loved the game. So I think it's a recommendation for Windjammers too. If they had a tutorial, it's an ultimate recommendation. Like if I could figure out half the moves that I was doing and how to perform them consistently, then yeah, fuck it. Windjammers 2 is amazing. Wait, is there... I just need to skip forward to me winning, so we got that on recording.
Yeah, is there one of the 3rd arena as well? Did you not record that?
Probably record that. The boxing ring, was it?
Yeah. It's like great. It's like the guy like doing like bench press or something in the front.
It's a bit of a victory for me. 2-1. That's the end of the.
Oh, that's the victory, was it? 2-1. Nice.
We got the
beach
ring. So there was beach ring.
Oh, it's called ring.
I think we just played beach again.
Right.
I believe I defeated Charlie again. He defeated me. He won the first best of 3, but I won the next 2 best of 3, which means I won the ultimate best of 3. So
yeah. The grand champion.
I think it's as easy as that, guys. Those are all the multiplayer games I played in the Steam Demo Festival, and I would highly recommend checking out all 3 of those games. None of them are out right now, but they will be coming to Steam in 2021. Well, Tango and Fling the Finish confirmed 2021. Windjammers is coming soon, so I guess 2020.
Oh, okay, we don't actually
check out those games, add them to your wish list, follow the development, and goodbye.
Bye.